Hello everyone, my name is Mischa Thompson. I'm your local real estate professional here at Robins Air Force Base. Over the last couple of years, I helped numerous military families PCSing in and PCSing out, buying and selling their property. This channel is all about real estate, and if you have not been here or you've been here but have not hit that subscribe button yet, consider subscribing and turning that notification bell on so you will stay up to date with all the latest videos I'll upload, and I'll upload them weekly. Today, we're going to talk about what you need to know before PCSing to Robins Air Force Base. As a military spouse myself, I know the PCSing process, and I know PCSing can be mind-blowing. It can be stressful and horribly time-consuming. Been there, done that. But I'm here to help you. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments below or contact me directly. My contact informations are in the description below and you can contact me anytime. Let's start with location. I know you probably did your research because you're PCSing. You got orders. You want to know where you're going. But if you do not know, Robins Air Force Base is located in Georgia. Duh, in Georgia. But to be exact, it is actually located in middle Georgia. Robins Air Force Base is just east of the city of Warner Robins. It is about 2 hours away from downtown Atlanta, an hour and a half away from Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. If you want to take a hop somewhere all over the world, it's pretty easy to get there. It is about 2.5 hours away from Savannah, Georgia, in the East Coast beaches of Georgia and South Carolina. The base itself is located alongside US 129, which brings us to our next topic, traffic. Generally speaking, traffic is not bad here. It's not a major city, so therefore it is pretty easy going. If you're coming from, for example, Whiteman Air Force Base, where literally is no traffic, to down here, it might be a little bit more traffic. But if you are coming from Andrews Air Force Base, for example, where the traffic is horrible, coming down here, it's a little bit more relaxed. Nevertheless, you gotta calculate accordingly when to leave for work, because base is located on US 129, the only road where all the gates are on, and it gets jammed in the morning and the afternoon. So I recommend before you even start working, when you get here, take a day, explore US 129, explore the base so you can figure out where you actually have to go to work and which gate you have to use, because that can save you a lot of time and stress. If you try to do that the first day you start working, you are going to be late. What is there to do on base? Let's call it base amenities. Everyone wants to know what is there to do on base. And let me tell you, Robins Air Force Base has pretty much everything all the other bases have as well. They have a commissary, they have a BX, they have a Chopette, they have a movie theater, they have a pool. They also have a golf course, which I don't know any base that does not have a golf course. If you know a base that doesn't have a golf course, then comments below. I would like to know which base does not have a golf course, because it seems like every Air Force base has a golf course. There's also an aero club where you can get your private pilot license if you actually want to. How cool is that? And last but not least, of course, they do have housing on base with walks and trails and lakes and ponds and playgrounds and all the stuff you usually see at base housing. Let's slide in a fact or two about the base real quick. If you can't really imagine how big Robins Air Force Base is, Robins Air Force Base approximately employs 30,000 people. Yes, 30,000 people, civilians and servicemen and women. If you compare that to other bases, for example, compare it to Whiteman Air Force Base, and Whiteman Air Force Base approximately employs 6,000 civilians and servicemen and women, Robins Air Force Base is pretty big. Another pretty interesting fact is, you all know C5s. You all know how big that plane is. I mean, it's gigantic. And they have a hangar here on base that can fit 4 of those suckers, and people can work on all 4s at the same time. That's huge. Next is Space A. Space A is a great way to travel for military families across the globe or visiting family members on the other side of the United States. If you got time, this is a great and cheap way to travel. Robins Air Force Base has a passenger terminal. They have the passenger terminal website as well as a Facebook page. But for some reason, the Facebook page has not been updated since 2015. I don't know why, but you can call the terminal and check out where flights are going to and when they go to, because the website doesn't tell you any schedule, so you have to call them. But I'll link them below for you to get more information. Another big question, what is there to do locally? Yes, there are a couple of things you can do locally. There is a big water park called Rigby's. They have a bowling alley, they have arcade games, they have a beach bar, and they have an amazing water park. But keep in mind, it can get a little pricey if you do not have a season pass. Other than that, in Warner Robins, there are hundreds of restaurants from Greek to Indian. You can get it all. Warner Robins is also called the International City, and that is probably one of the reasons why. And if you are into golf and fishing, you have it all over the place. I cannot even count how many fishing spots there are, but I can tell you within a 20-mile radius of Robins Air Force Base, you have 14 golf courses you can play on. And if you want to do a little bit something more adventurous, you have to get into your car. You have to drive a little bit, but not too far. Within 2 hours, you can visit amazing state parks like Little Grand Canyon, or you visit Atlanta, downtown Atlanta, visit the Coca-Cola Museum, visit the aquarium, and so on. There is lots of stuff to do, but you have to get out. You also can take a weekend adventure to the beach. Savannah is only 2.5 hours away. You have to get out and explore. If you do not get out and explore and just sit at home, you will feel stuck and you feel like it's the worst assignment you ever have. But honestly, that's everywhere. If you do not go out and explore, every base could be horrible for you. So get out, explore. There are things to do. There's also the Museum of Aviation on base, which is very cool for kids to see all the different plane displays they actually have. So I recommend checking it out as well. Well, living in the local area, there are numerous options you have. Not only base housing is available, but a lot of people actually rent or purchase a property off base, and they go all the way up to Macon, which is like 30 minutes drive. But most of the folks getting stationed here at Robins Air Force Base, they stay in the local area around Perry, Warner Robins, Byron, Centerville, Bonaire, and Kathleen. And all of those areas have super nice neighborhoods to live in, purchase, or rent a property. But you gotta watch out. The market is super hot because we have so many people PCSing in, PCSing out, and civilians coming from Northrop Grumman and other companies like Coca-Cola and Amazon. Houses won't stay on the market long. Doesn't matter if you want to buy or rent. If you do not take action, you will miss out. I help numerous people PCSing, and doesn't matter if they're overseas or stateside, there are tools I can use to make you actually feel like you are walking through the property. And when you decide to purchase a house, there are like two options you actually have. One option would be you come 60 days prior to your report date and check out some houses with me and then put in an offer, and then you can do everything else remotely from your duty station till you get here, and then you can move directly into the property. The other option would be you wait till you actually PCS to Robins Air Force Base, use your house hunting days to house hunt and shop, put an offer in, and then you have to live in temporary housing till you close, and then you have to move and move again, but it is an option. So if you're actually PCSing to Robins Air Force Base, or you're PCSing out of Robins Air Force Base, get in contact with me and see how I can help you make it as easy as possible. Like I said before, my contact information are in the description below. If you have any questions, comment below. Smash that like button if you enjoyed the video, so I see that you really enjoyed the video, and YouTube knows that my video should be shown to people who are PCSing to Robins Air Force Base. So this was my little video about PCSing to Robins Air Force Base. If you enjoyed it, smash the like button, subscribe and turn the notification bell on so you will stay up to date with all the latest videos I post, and I post them weekly. And if you want to watch any of my other videos, you can check them out right here, or go to my channel page directly and see some tips, tricks, some subdivision tours, or other informative videos. I'll see you in the next one.